Hi, we are here at Black Hat 2022 and wanted to do a quick demo and walkthrough on what our lab platform looks like for everybody involved. So starting here, what you're going to see is the learning paths. We basically specifically look for the job roles necessary in the enterprise environment. Specifically, we have penetration testing student, we have exploit development, mobile application pen testing, web application. If you scroll down a little bit, we also have incident handling and response, threat hunting, digital forensics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All the way to malware analysis and reverse engineering. If it's in the enterprise, it's something that the individual analysts or administrators need to understand or need to know. They can also cross-train in networking and cloud security on certain topics that also affect. From here, based on the learning path that's, as I said, specified to the job from novice to an advanced, we can jump into what this is one of the courses looks like. This is the, actually this one of the learning paths looks like. This one in particular is PTS, or penetration testing student. In that, if you can scroll down for me, Brian, we separated out by specific topics. So this is hosted network auditing, hosted network pen testing, and then each subsection or sub-skill that you would find in there. Within that, if we go into the actual course itself, what you'll see is we generally will structure this as a video with the instructor, if you could stop where you're at, assessment, and then also a hands-on lab environment. Now, if you click on the video itself, it'll pop up right in the browser. Just give it just a quick second. And now the students are able to basically watch the video, move from here into an assessment, make sure that they understand, and then move into a hands-on lab to reinforce the skills that they just learned. Very explicitly in this, what we try and do is we try and make sure that the videos are under 30 minutes each. We want very segmented bits of learning so that way it's easily digestible for each individual student. The thought process here is that, to or from work, they can throw on a video and then they're able to start on the lab exercise whenever they get home or to work. In that, we're actually going to jump into a lab real quick to show what the lab environment looks like. As you see, we provide an overview as a summary as to, hey, what is going on currently, where are you at, where you started. If we take a look, the students can then go into a task and they can try from the video, from memory, try to complete the task themselves. If they are unable to, then they can jump over into the solutions tab to get a little helping hand. And it's by task too, so they could do help on task 1, but then jump back and try and do task 2 themselves as well. If you want to show the learning environment real quick, Brian. So in that, we actually have the learning environment up. It drops you directly into a hands-on training platform. It's segmented off from the internet, which is really, really beneficial because you're in browser. You can do this from work. You don't have to worry about malware or viruses or anything leaking out, being on the internet, or being engaged with your end state or your system. This is globally accessible, highly available, and it spins up in just about a minute or so for an entirely active hands-on lab experience. As you can see, Brian's just running a quick scan from, this is a Nessus section that he opened up. So he's doing a vulnerability scan just to check and see what's there in the lab environment through the browser. Using this, we also have another option too. Brian, if you want to take a look at the vulnerability section. So what we do is, as new vulnerabilities come out, we'll have our lab team, especially the ones that are, big, really in the face, affect a lot of people. We'll have the lab team, they'll build us a training environment that is on rails so your analysts can get their hands on with the vulnerabilities live action. On top of that, for example, when Log4j or Log4j came out, we were able to get that up on the platform immediately. Your analysts could put their hands on and actually hack the way that an attacker would and exploit the Log4j immediately. With that, we went on and we did an exploitation walkthrough where we discussed how this happens, what is the indicators of it. We also went on an INE live where we could get questions in, and we talked about how can you exploit it, how can you defend against it, what type of threat hunting would you want to do. I brought on all the experts that we have. So in this, you can see that we went from Log4j, and I think that turnaround was about a week long. Same with the Dirty Pipe, Shell Shock. Well, not Shell Shock, sorry, wrong one. Spring for Shell, that was the one I was thinking of. But with that, between that, our boot camps, our INE lives on a weekly basis, and our community feedback area, you have access to our instructors. We're able to answer questions, and we programmatically walk through all the skill sets that you need within an enterprise environment. Hope that helps explain what we need today and what we have to offer as far as a demo and a platform goes. And we're available at all the socials. Thank you very much.